Well, what am I doing here? Well, I got 3 weird recovery tips that you're probably not doing covered in this video. Hey, it's Logan Christopher from Legendary Strength, and I wanted to cover 3 recovery tips that most people probably are not making use of. So if you're engaged in strength or endurance training, by doing one or more of these things, it may help support the results that you're getting. Gable, the famous wrestler and coach of other wrestlers, said that you have to work as hard at recovery as you do in your workouts. And most people do not really think about it this way, but understand the workouts are just the trigger, the stressor that your body then needs to react against in order to come back bigger. There's a whole lot you can do, but I'm going to cover 3 unusual things that you're probably not doing here. This first up is a transdermal magnesium spray. You spray this on your body, you can spray all over. This is something I've been doing after getting out of the shower for many years, but I began recently again, I'd done this in the past, but doing it right after a workout. Magnesium is one of the critical minerals that we need in the human body. It is responsible for over 300 different reactions. One of those is allowing the muscles to relax. So this is important for muscle recovery, and there's probably several other mechanisms by which it's important. And because it's estimated, say 80% of people are chronically deficient in this mineral, that means you're not going to get as great results from your training if you do not have this. And besides, it supports health in a whole bunch of other ways, so this is a great way to do it. I personally like this brand, Ease from Activation Products. I'll have a link down to that below. The reason I like this one is it does not have the itching sensation on the skin as some other forms of magnesium spray. Now, I will mention this also. You can take magnesium internally, but for whatever reason, we seem to absorb it better through the skin. So even if you are taking some sort of magnesium supplement, I really do like the transdermal spray, and of course, it's going to get directly more to the muscles that are in use from your workout. So I'll have a link to that. Other forms are good too, but this is the product I like best. Next up, we have the Rebounder here. Just a simple thing. I got this from a cheap toy store. There are higher end models, but the Rebounder can be useful. And in case that's throwing off the mic, I'm going to stop bouncing. But you notice that up and down motion. This is really one of the best tools for flushing the lymph system. The lymph system in our body is responsible for removing waste products from the body. The thing is, unlike the circulation system, which has this pumping action directed by the heart, the lymph needs movement in order to flow. The Rebounder really helps work this. And after you do some damage from your workouts, your body needs to recover. And this means getting rid of recycling old cell parts and damage and whatnot, so that lymph is used in that system. This can help support your recovery in that way. And lastly, on top of this, I don't normally have it on my Rebounder, but just for this example I did, this is a grounding mat. One of the few things that has actually been shown to reduce delayed onset muscle soreness is grounding or earthing. Now you can do this free easily just by going outside, bare feet on bare ground, and actually that's the ideal way to do it. But there are some cool technologies like this, pretty simple, but this is a conductive wire and a conductive mat that then plugs into the grounding outlet. This has been shown in several different scientific studies to reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. Also does a whole bunch of other things, reducing inflammation, better sleep, better cortisol levels. So it does a whole lot and can be used in a bunch of different ways. Now I say going outside is the ideal way of doing that. That is definitely true. And these work, but not every place is grounded properly. So you do have that one caveat with this. But because this is proven in science to reduce delayed onset muscle soreness, it definitely is a really good tool that most people are not making use of. Here's the cool thing about these. Understand, each one of these, even if you're not working out, these are good for you to do because they're supporting your health in many different ways. And ultimately, that is largely what recovery is all about. If you enjoyed these 3 tips, check out my course, The Ultimate Recovery Formula. Contains a lot more, gives you a lot of the foundation, but also includes some fun stuff with a recorded hypnotic track that takes about 10 minutes that does some amazing stuff. The results people have reported listening to that thing after their workouts and how recovered they feel immediately after it, it works pretty damn well. So be sure to check that out. Once again, the link will be down below. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, subscribe, click the like button, and I'll be sharing a lot more with you in the days to come. Thank you.